We have the best economy we've ever had in the history of our country. And more jobs today, literally today, we have more jobs, more people working in the United States than ever before in the history of our country. Black unemployment, Asian unemployment, women unemployment, Hispanic unemployment, historic lows. It's been an amazing thing. And, you know, unfortunately, the media never covers that. They don't like to cover that kind of thing. They like to cover nonsense. So I give myself an A+. I don't think any president has ever done what I've done in this short. We haven't even been 2 years. Biggest tax cuts in history. Soon to be 2 unbelievable Supreme Court justices. I'm sure that Justice Kavanaugh will be approved. Justice Gorsuch has been a star. You look at all of the things we've done with regulations. The economy is the best it's ever been in history.
Best it's ever been in history. That's going on offense to say how good you've done. That's a full way of defending yourself by going on offense, I guess. I want to bring in Kevin Hassett. He's with us this morning, chair of the House Council of Economic Advisors. Kevin, welcome back to the program. Good to see you, sir.
It's great to be here. And on such a beautiful day, too. I mean, oh, my goodness.
Well, I've got something negative to throw at you right from the get-go here.
Go for it.
It's a new Fox poll. It shows that 51% of those who responded have a favorable opinion of Obamacare, but only 40% have a favorable view of the new tax law. You're really well and truly behind here. What's the problem here?
Well, I think that what's happening is that we've taken an economy that was stuck at 2% growth and turned it into 4% growth. In fact, I was looking at the numbers before I came on, and there's so many fours right now. So we've made 400,000 manufacturing jobs since President Trump was elected.
Yeah, I know,
and over the Obama
Kevin,
administration, it dropped 200,000.
Why is it? I know what you've done. I agree with you entirely. It is a very strong performance by this economy and this president's growth agenda. But only 40% of the people have a favorable idea of it, and far more think Obamacare is just fine. What are you doing wrong?
Right. Well, I don't think we're doing anything wrong. And you know, you cite those surveys, but as you know, and you cover this on the show, the small business surveys are at a historic high. Business sentiment is at a historic high. Capital spending is booming, and wages are heading up. And so the fact is that the sentiment that matters, the sentiment of the people that are making economic decisions, is skyrocketing, and we see it in the data. That's why we had 4% growth in the second quarter, and why Atlanta Fed's GDP now is 4% as well. And so the history of this is, and you know this, that when the economy is booming, then incumbents tend to do well. Now, I'm not a political scientist, but I can tell you that the economy is booming, and it's booming in a way that's completely unexpected and completely inconsistent with the stories of the Obama people that said that we can never do that again.
Well, is the president, I was told that the president's going to get out around the country and do maybe 50 speeches.
Yeah, I've heard that too, yeah.
Now, I take it he will use that as the bully pulpit to get that message across that the economy is doing very well indeed. Thank you very much.
We have a very, very good message to deliver. And you mentioned markets. Markets are up about 40% since he was elected. And Justin Wolfers, a left-wing economist, said that the market was going to crash. Paul Krugman said the market would never recover. It's up 40% since he was elected, not because of some mysterious thing, but because the policies that you've always advocated on this show have been enacted. Deregulation has been enacted. The president has delivered on tax reform, and that's doing what we expected it would do. It's causing a rebound in business, an explosion of manufacturing jobs, which people said could never happen again. Remember, it used to be manufacturing was the agricultural sector. It was in decline. We lost 200,000 manufacturing jobs under President Obama. We've gained 400,000 jobs in less than 2 years. And so anyway, when I look at all those messages, that I got to say that the economic message is a very, very easy one to talk about.
Got it. Now, I know that you're not a trade guy. I do understand that. But I have to ask you, you must circulate opinion within the West Wing there.
Of course, yeah.
You do. Are we close to a deal with Mexico? Real close?
Yes. Yes, it's always the case that you're worried that Dustin Hoffman's going to show up at the wedding, right? But the wedding is scheduled, and the fact is that you say I'm not a trade guy. Well, yeah, I am a trade principal in the sense that when we have the trade meetings, I'm there. I'm not a trade negotiator, and so I'm not in there talking to the Mexicans right now about the final details. But everybody expects that the deal will be finalized very, very soon.
And China?
Well, China's here talking this week. I've been briefed a little bit about how that's going, but I think that there's a lot of work left to do there.
Got it. Kevin, thank you very much for joining us
Thanks
this morning.
for having me, Stuart.
Yes, sir. We'll see you again soon. Thank you very much.
Bye.